Alright, here we go. We're going to test shoot the 3 to 5 grub mold. While we're waiting for it to cool after we shoot it, I'll tell you why I call it the 3 to 5 grub mold. I'm using 4 clamps on it. If you were to ask me for an official recommendation, I'd say use every single clamping screw in every single hole every single time. Of course, what you choose to do in the privacy of your shop is your business. Those long thin tails, I might have to shoot this a couple times to warm up the mold, or I may have to shoot it kind of fast. Let me get my gloves on so I don't burn myself. To get those tails to fill all the way. Of course, the risk of shooting too fast is that you may force air into places that you don't want it. Burp the injector. Fill it up. I may have to get some fresh plastic to test this. That's starting to smell burned. Well, that felt pretty good. I'm holding a little bit of firm pressure on it. It might flash a little bit into the vents, but I want those tails to fill all the way. Okay, let's top that off. Shoot that up. The reason I call it the 3 to 5 grub mold is 15 years ago when I was just learning to make molds and never thought I was going to be in the mold making business for other people. Some guys told me that you measure a grub by the length it is from the tip of the grub to the back of the tail as it sets in the mold. And, well, that would make this a 3-inch grub. But it swims out to about 4.5 inches. Roughly. I have to estimate that since I haven't made this exact version of it before. And some manufacturers are calling a grub that's this size a 5-inch, even though it doesn't swim out even to 5-inch. I'm going to pick up one I have right here. This is made by a well-known manufacturer. They're not in the business anymore, but at least 2 other big names have the same size grub. You know, the bodies are different, the tails are a little different, but the same size grub, and they're all the same length. If I take this and I line the nose up with the tip of the tape measure and let it hang down, it's less than 4 inches. If I pull it out to about where it swims to, you can see that's about 4.5 inches. I actually have to stretch the grub to reach the 5-inch mark. And yet that manufacturer and 2 other big name manufacturers call a grub this exact same size a 5-inch grub. So I don't know what size to call this. I'm going to call it the 3 to 5 grub. Meaning you can pick whatever you want to call it. Doesn't look like it's quite ready to demold yet. I don't know if you guys noticed these in the foreground. This was just an experiment, well, a little more than an experiment, in making my own split shot molds. I like these split shots a lot better than a lot of the commercial split shots, but the mold itself has some issues. I mean, they mold great, but it's kind of a difficult mold to use. Takes a little bit of effort to get it open. Of course, it's got 30 cavities. Okay, I think that's froze off enough we can demold it. Let's see what we get. Fingers crossed, drum roll please, all that sort of stuff. Air compressor buzzing in the background. Well, let's take a look. Man, I hope that doesn't turn out to be the magic color, because I'll never be able to duplicate it. But there we go, we've got 6. I don't see any defects. It looks like we've got 6 perfect little 3 to 5 curly-tailed grubs in one shot. Here, let me kind of lay them in place and hold it up so you can see. there you go. Well, in a little while I will have this up and listed for sale on the website. Based on the machine time, I should be able to produce these for right at $100 a mold.